Hi all, welcome back to GTL Labs YouTube channel. Today we are discussing supplier consignment. For that, you should have an inventory part. Supply consignment stock refers to a supply chain arrangement where the supplier places their goods at the buyer's location. But ownership of the goods remains with the supplier until they are used or sold by the buyer. Here's how it works. The supplier delivers inventory to the buyer's premises or warehouse. The buyer stores and manages the inventory but doesn't pay for it right away. Ownership stays with the supplier until the buyer uses the stock. For example, in production or resale. Once the buyer consumes the items, ownership transfers and the buyer is invoiced. Benefits: for the buyer, reduced upfront cost and better cash flow. For the supplier, better visibility into stock movement and stronger buyer-supplier relationships. So I'm going to create an inventory part first. Here is my inventory part. Now I have to create a supplier purchase part for this particular inventory part. Here is my part, and here is my supplier. Now you have to go to part parameters and you can change the ownership to consignment. Now we can save this record. Next, you can go to the purchase order page and create a purchase order here. Now we can save the purchase order header. Then I can go to the Part Line tab and add my purchase part. I'm going to receive 100 pieces of quantity. Now I can save this. I can release my purchase order now. As usual, we can receive this purchase order. Here I am going to directly receive this into a pick-in location. If you go to inventory part in stock and query your part, you can see your quantity here, the received quantity. If you want to invoice this purchase order, you have to create a demand and consume the goods. Therefore, I will create a material requisition and consume 20 pieces from the received quantity. I have saved the material requisition header now. I can add my part here. I'm going to add 20 pieces here to consume. Now I can reserve it and issue it. Now the material was issued and 20 pieces were consumed. Let's go to inventory part in stock and have a look. You may see that your quantity has now been reduced to 80. Let's try to invoice this. Now let's go to Supplier Consignment stock consumptions. If you go and query, I will query for my supplier. Here is the consumption I have done. If you go to the Supplier Consignment stock consumptions page and query for your supplier, you may see all the consumptions you have done for your supplier. Here is the record that I can see now. You can see these 20 pieces here. So let's try to invoice these 20 pieces. I can go to manual supplier invoice. Here I can create a new manual supplier invoice. Now I can go to the next step. If I copy unmatched PO receipts, you can see that my consumed quantity was fetched. Only those 20 pieces have been fetched here, as I have consumed only 20 pieces, not the 100 pieces. So now I can create my supplier invoice. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to GTL Labs for more content like this. Do you have any thoughts or questions? Please share them in the comment section. We would love to hear from you.